Greetings folks, and I hope your coffee is damn fine wherever you are in collecting land. And welcome back to the channel for another episode of Grail or Fail. For the uninitiated, Grail or Fail is where we revisit a figure widely considered to be a classic and find out if it's still worthy of that Grail status today. So up for inspection today, it's Kaustic Plastiks' take on Kyle MacLachlan, aka Agent Dale Cooper, from the late David Lynch's classic TV show Twin Peaks. Usual format, folks. We will have an up close with the FBI agent himself, then it will be verdict time, then we will be wrapping the whole thing up with the usual showcase at the end. But before we dive in, I would like to send the usual shout out to everyone who supported the channel, and please drop a like on this video as it helps other people find Go Figure, and you'll be making this aging collector very, very happy. It is dotage, so it's a win-win. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell notification icon so you don't miss any of the 1/6 scale news, views and reviews that we've got coming up. And trust me, there's a hell of a lot of it. So enough of my cherry pie ponderings. Let's dive in and find out if Kaustic Plastiks' take on Agent Dale Cooper is a Grail or a fail. Okay folks, so in time-honoured Grail or Fail tradition, let's get up close and personal with Agent Dale Cooper and find out if this guy is a Grail or a fail. We will start with this huge diorama base. Now, this is the exclusive edition, and it does come with the standard issue magnetic base, which we'll take a quick look at, but I think this deserves a shout out on its own, this particular base. I absolutely love this diorama. I think it's superb. It's one of my favourite. The downsides is it has an enormous footprint. You need some acreage in your display to use this base, but it's beautifully done. You've got that Twin Peaks logo on the front there in that sort of brass effect, gold effect lettering that's been weathered on top of this base, and this is magnetic, a magnetic base the same as the standard issue base. You've got this shoreline, this frozen shoreline effect going on to simulate where Laura Palmer's body was found, and it's just beautifully done. From the frozen ground there with the white touches of paint applications to the water effects, which are really, really nicely painted to give them that wet look. You've got a magnetic section at the back there where you can place Dale Cooper himself. And then you've got Laura Palmer's body. Now this is all one piece, one solid piece. It's not a figure. Well, it is a figure, but it's not a posable figure. And she's wrapped in plastic. And if I can get the camera to get close up and focus on the face here, I think they've done a superb job of capturing the likeness here of Laura Palmer. Beautifully, beautifully done for a corpse, that is. The wrappings, the bindings, really, really nicely done. The whole thing is attached to the base magnetically. She has magnets in her bum, so she's not going anywhere, and I just think it's a phenomenal piece of work there. And that head sculpt, wow, just amazing, as is the hair. Beautifully done, but super impressive, this whole diorama base. And as I mentioned, it does come with the standard issue base that we've got over here with the accessories. It's got that sort of crisscross black and white design on it, which is echoing the themes of the Red Room in the films and the movie. But let's take a look at, well, we might as well, while we're here, take a look at the accessories. And you do get an awful lot. Kaustic Plastik haven't scrimped on the accessories. You get the magnifying doohickey, you get his FBI badge, you get the revolver, a variety of hands going on here. You've got thumbs up hands, gripping hands, open palm hands, and they are all sculpted and painted to Kaustic Plastiks' high standards. There's bone work, there's vein work in there, and they are absolutely excellent. You also get these files. Now, these have never been out of the packaging for me because I've never used them in the display as of yet. I no doubt will get round to it when I change up the display, but you get paper files, card files, and in this little bag here you also get a raft of documentation. There are police reports, there are FBI reports, there are photographs and all manner of stuff, so you can have him flicking through those files if you want to. And they also come complete with a couple of 6 scale paper clips as well. You get the cup of coffee, the plastic sculpted cup of coffee, which is really nice to see, and it's got that Twin Peaks logo on the front of it there, really nicely done. Yeah, that base that we mentioned, you also get as accessories. You get his torch, which is gripping there in his left hand, and you also get his dictaphone as well. The accessories are very, very good, but we're here to see the figure and decide if he's a Grail or a fail. First of all, the proportions, absolutely on point. Nailed on here from Kaustic Plastik. That's unmistakably Kyle MacLachlan in proportions. The suit is beautifully tailored. You've got relatively simple plastic shoes there with real laces in them. The suit, and I will do my broken record thing at this point. I still say this kind of clothing, suits, overcoats and so on, are still one of the hardest things to get right in 1/6 scale. But Kaustic Plastik have absolutely nailed it on here. It's a relatively simple single-breasted suit, but it's beautifully done. The materials they've used are great, screen accurate with the colour. That white shirt, very simple but beautifully tailored. There are no threads hanging down, the stitch work is on point, that tie is the right colour, and they've used that sort of, I wouldn't say hard material, but that solid material, so you're not going to have to futz around too much with that to keep it in place. The overcoat, once again, beautifully done, screen accurate. You've got some great stitch work going on here. The colour is right, the fall is right. It's been cut just perfectly. And I have seen, and I think I can probably mention Kaustic Plastik again here, where that wasn't done right, was on their Inspector Clouseau figure. You get the scale and proportions wrong of this overcoat, and it's not going to sit right over the top of the suit itself, but absolutely nailed on here, as you can see. Just everything about the suit and the clothing is exemplary. The body itself is very, very good, up to the usual Kaustic Plastik high standards. It's superposable. A bit limited when you've got the overcoat on. That does reduce the posability a little bit, but not enough to for it to be a deal breaker. So yeah, high quality body, superposable. I think it's 27 points of articulation on this one, and just very, very nicely done indeed. On to the all-important head sculpt now. This is probably where I have my issues here. Now, the head sculpt itself, absolutely 100%, that is Kyle MacLachlan in my opinion, and that is Dale Cooper. It's not the sculpt that throws it a bit here for me, it's the paint applications. I don't think this is Kaustic Plastik's best work. Now, regulars to the channel will know I am a massive fan of Kaustic Plastik. I think their subject matter, the quality of their figures, it really puts them up there with the top flight manufacturers, and pretty much every time a Kaustic Plastik figure comes up for pre-order, I'm hitting play. But I've got to say, I love the sculpt, as I mentioned, but I'll try and get as close in here as I possibly can. It's the paint applications. There's a shine to them, and they are a little on the matte side. I don't know whether this light is actually catching this, but it's not their best to date. The skin texturing in the paint application is a bit monotone. There are some reds in there around the cheekbones and across the forehead, but overall it's a bit matte and shiny at the same time, if that makes sense. It's flat but shiny. And I don't think it works that well for me. It gives it a doll-like quality, which I am not super keen on. The eyes are really nicely painted. They're glassy, they catch the light really well. The hair is on point. There are individual strands in there. The colour, the style is correct. And as I say, the sculpt itself with the lips and the mouth and the chin are all absolutely spot on. It's just that paint application that for me is a little bit off. Posability, yeah, you've got endless possibilities here to replicate scenes from the classic TV series. Not just this sequence where the body of Laura Palmer's found on the shoreline. You know, using that other base, you can go for all kinds of stuff here. So. Changing up the display and coming up with new ideas are really only limited by your imagination, and this diorama base is absolutely nailed on. It's worth the price of admission alone for me, this superb diorama base. But there you have it, folks. That is Agent Dale Cooper from Twin Peaks, courtesy of Kaustic Plastik. So We're going to have to go in now and go in for a final verdict on this guy. It's judgment time for Dale Cooper. Is he a Grail or is he a fail? Okay folks, so it's verdict time on Agent Dale Cooper, aka Kyle MacLachlan. Is he a Grail or is he a fail? What I'm going to say from the start here is that it's going to be subjective on the subject matter of this particular figure. Twin Peaks is not to everyone's taste, neither is David Lynch. I, however, absolutely love David Lynch. I grew up on Twin Peaks. Well, I didn't grow up, I was a young adult at that point, but I am a huge fan of everything David Lynch. My first tattoo was a David Lynch tattoo. However, I know Lynch isn't to everyone's taste and neither is Twin Peaks, so that can, but we're not here to judge the TV show, we're here to judge the figure as a Grail. And I think this is a really strange one, this one, because Kaustic Plastiks, who, as you know, I'm a huge fan of, have absolutely nailed everything on bar one thing. And that one thing is going to stop it from being a Grail, in my opinion. That diorama base, absolutely superb, brilliant, if a little on the huge side. It's an amazing thing to work with. Photography-wise, it's just a gift from God. Their magnetic base, the standard issue magnetic base, up to the same high standards, and could teach a few other companies a thing or two about how to produce a magnetic base. The tailoring, absolutely on point. Hardest thing to do a 6-scale suit, but Kaustic Plastiks have nailed it on perfectly. The shirt, the tie, the suit itself, the overcoat, all absolutely perfect. Accessories up to the usual Kaustic Plastiks high standards. A load of variety in there, and the quality and paint applications are great. Proportions absolutely nailed on. High quality body absolutely nailed on. Articulation, you know what I'm going to say, absolutely nailed on. The one thing for me that lets this figure down is the paint applications on that head sculpt. It's not the head sculpt itself. The head sculpt, I think, is absolutely amazing. It's the paint applications. For some reason, we have come off with a sort of almost a doll-like look, and not a modern 6-scale figure. The skin tones aren't there. There's too much of a shine. It's too matte in places. Yeah, unfortunately, the paint applications on the head sculpt are going to stop this from becoming a Grail, in my opinion, unfortunately. However, it's not a fail, not by any standards, not when everything else is so amazingly well done. So we're going to fall into that category that Mr. Go Figure created a few episodes ago, called a frail. This is a frail. That's where it is neither a Grail nor a fail. It's somewhere in between. It's just a real shame. Because this one was so close, in my opinion. But yeah, we're going to call it a frail for Agent Dale Cooper. So there you have it, folks. That's Agent Dale Cooper, courtesy of Kaustic Plastiks. What are your thoughts on this piece? What are your thoughts on David Lynch? What are your thoughts on the TV show? Please, I will be fascinated to hear, so drop a comment in the comment section below. And what have we got coming up on the channel? Well, a raft more episodes of Go Figure, obviously, but we have a boatload of new 1/6 scale figures coming in. We've got stuff from Hot Toys, Kaustic Plastiks, InArt, Iconic Studios, Present Toys, Susu Toys, Exo6, the list goes on. So as I mentioned at the top there, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell notification icon so you're not missing any of the reviews that are coming up, or the showcases, or the best ofs, or the tours, or anything like that. And I suppose all it remains for me to say, from the frail, that is Agent Dale Cooper, a massive thank you for watching as always. Oh, before we zip over to the showcase as well, nearly forgot. Mr. and Mrs. Go Figure are going to be taking some well-earned R&R in the not-too-distant future, so the channel might just become a little bit quiet for a while. There is some stuff going up, but it may slow down a little bit, but fear not, we will return, and no doubt we will return to a boatload of new reviews. So we'll be back up to speed as soon as possible. So yeah, as I said, thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves, happy collecting, and it's over to the showcase.